everybody, welcome back to the craft room. Welcome to video number 3, all made on the same night. If you've watched the previous 2, everything looks the same. However, let me rest assured that this is all being done on the same day. And I have at least one more video that I'm going to be recording, so yeah. Anyway, I like to record ahead when I can so that I can have time to think of other video ideas and actually get them recorded. Yeah. So, in my funk that I've been talking about the last couple videos that I was in, where I just could not seem to even work on projects, they were just all messing up and not cooperating with me, except a few, which I did get done, I decided that I wanted to do something, but I didn't want to think about anything at all. I just wanted to do something mindless that, you know, you could just do and not think about. So, I grabbed one of my big peg looms from my craft room, which this is the one that I always make hats out of because it's about perfect for me. They say if it fits over your head, then it's about the right size for you. So this is the one that 99% of the time I use for making stocking hats. Well, maybe not this particular one. This is a fairly new one. I like the nail type pegs other than the hook, the ones that got the little hook on them. I really don't care for the hook kind. So when I find the ones that have these nail type pegs, I tend to pick them up. Usually pretty good price too. So anyway, I grabbed this out of my cabinet. The one that used to sit right back over here. My looms are all in the bottom drawer of that, which now it's sitting in the hallway. And I made some stocking hats. Now you might ask, Anna, why are these all the same color? Well, that's because I had 2 big full skeins of yarn that I grabbed. Because with that, if you use regular size 4 or worsted weight yarn, you need two strands to make a hat, decent hat for Christmas, for winter, to keep you warm. Now these hats are not totally exactly the same, but they look it if you don't pay attention. And these are knitted on the Big Peg Loom. This is a blue color and white. This one, I want you to note, has the wide brim on it. I do still have my tails on the inside. I haven't cut them off yet. I've honestly thought about making a loopy pom to put on these. Now, I do not like pom-poms. I do not like putting pom-poms on hats. I think it looks really weird, but I think the loopy pom will look really cool on these. Whether or not I decide to do it, I don't know. I will have to find that little bitty loom that I have. It's just a little flower loom. I'll have to find it if I do that. Now, the other hat that I have is the same color. Basically the same size, just a wee bit smaller. However, it has the shorter brim. Because with this one I was actually in the process of doing something different, but it didn't work. So I made a hat instead. And yes, it too still has the tails on the inside. So what I was trying to do different with this was, and I've showed these to you guys before, and if you know, I've been trying to recycle things that we normally throw away, a la the sandwich bags, not sandwich bags, bun bags and bread bags. Steve's been doing pretty good at saving most of them. Some of them, they're not good. So we do have to throw a few away, but for the most part, we've been really good at saving bags, which that will be the next video that y'all will see. I've made a little bit of progress on that, but not a whole lot. But I will share that in the next video. However, I showed you these before. These are the tops or the plastic rings that come on the top of our ice cream tubs. Now, they're just a cardboard tub. We get the big 3-gallon tubs of ice cream that most ice cream shops get. And this is what sits on top of the cardboard for the lid to snap onto. They're completely removable. As you can see, there. They just have a little groove in there that sits on top of the cardboard. They're completely removable, and I'm like, dude, there should be something that we can do with these to recycle these. I've had many ideas over the last couple years of what I could do with these, but since I don't want to keep a bunch of stuff in my craft room, we just throw them away. So I had this bright idea, another bright idea, because I've got a few back here that I've saved for another idea that I have that I haven't done yet. I had this bright idea to make a hanging bag or walker bag or something like that that the top of it permanently stayed open. Now this just opens up a whole new plethora of ideas of what I could do, you know, like a basketball hoop and net with a basketball for a toy, and just, you know, you name it. So what does Anna do? I come up to my craft room, or I came down to my craft room, however you want to look at it, and I grabbed this big one, which this is the largest big peg loom that I have, and it does have the little hooks, which, like I said, these are the ones that I really don't care for, but this is the only big peg loom that I have. Well, come to find out, those rims off the ice cream tubs are the same size as the green loom that I showed you that I make the hats with, and that's why it wasn't going to work for that project. However, it worked perfect with this bigger loom. Let me get it pushed out here. This is what I have so far. All I did was made the, quote, brim like I normally would, and when I turned it over, I made sure and put one of those plastic rings inside there, and then finish it off like you normally would a hat. And I've done a little playing with stitches. Most of this is going to be E-wrap, but I did a few, and I think they're called U-wrap. U-wrap, I-wrap, we-wrap, no. But it's just where you lay it across like that and just loop it over. But for me, that tends to get a little tight pretty fast. After about 3 rows, it gets a little too tight, and I'm afraid I'm going to break a peg. So that's where I have stopped off and just started doing the normal E-wrap, which is quite an open stitch, if you can see. And I realize this is stretched as well. But this is my plan. I'm going to finish this. I don't know how long I'm going to actually make it, but I do want to make it at least long enough that, you know, you could put a book in there or several washcloths or whatever you decide to use it for. I'm thinking walker caddy. Then I'm going to have to come up with a way to put straps on it so they can attach it to their walker. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But anyway, that is another project that I've been working on. And since I started doing that, I have had so many ideas, like I said, for these rings, that too many projects, not enough time. I think it'd be really cool to use this to make a basketball hoop, you know, and crochet the net, and then make some balls that look like basketballs, or just balls in general, and stuff them so it could be a toy that could be safely, you know, played with in the house, or, you know, just something that you could put over your trash can. You could play basketball with your trash. Yeah. I do know, and I don't know which one because I don't think I have that actual book, but I do know one of the Annie Crochet catalogs or newsletters like this back from the, you know, 80s actually had a similar pattern in it. But like I said, I don't think I even have that book. So I'm going to have to wing it and do it on my own. I should be able to do it, right? But I've also had so many ideas with these. I'm not going to go over all the ideas, but if these ideas do actually pan out and work, I might, you know, save these and clean them up and offer them for sale. Or, you know, maybe free, but you have to pay shipping. I'm not sure, because, you know, some weekends we go through 2, 3, 4 tubs of ice cream, depending on how busy we are. So anyway, that's, oh, did I show you? Yeah, I showed you that. That was on my last video. Trying to think, doing all these back to back is just, whew, kind of overwhelming. But anyway, I know I've showed you that one. I've showed you these. I've showed you those finished hats. While I'm here, I'm just going to show you. No, I'm not, because they're not in there. I have a couple of other finished hats. Oh, there's one. I've got this one. This is one that I did finish, actually. This is an in the round, 2-color in the round. And this one was actually started as a Tunisian hat that got messed up that I talked about in yesterday's video. But I went ahead and did it a 2-color spiral in the round, and I think it turned out absolutely adorable. And I do still have tails that I need to take care of, and I think that's the only other thing that I've finished. So anyway, I've got one more video to make, which I hope you stick around for. That will be out tomorrow. So it's going to be a fun one, so make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss it. So thank you guys for joining me here in the craft room, and I'll see you right back here for my next video.